Well, let's start.
Okay.
What is up, everyone? So I want you to imagine 2,500 years back is 500 BC during the Bronze Age, when man was still living in huts made of straw and stone. Humans used their muscular hands to reap their produces in the farm. So zaman ni zaman uh, zaman batu, zaman perang, orang masih uh, kejar-kejar dengan binatang, masih duk cucuk tanam. Okay, so ini zaman dulu. Dan masa tu orang masih kalau nak makan contohnya kena buru dulu binatang tu. They need to hunt for the food. Kalau nak makan apa agriculture, roti kena tanam dulu. So macam tu kehidupan zaman dulu, memang susah.
So basically to get apa yang diorang nak, they have to put in a lot of work. Betul tak?
Yeah, betul. Have to put a lot of work. Even nak dapatkan even nak cari seorang partner pun susah juga. So
Ya ke? Bukan zaman dulu macam tak ada morals ke? Kau boleh macam apa pillage a city, curi diorang punya harta. Tak ada lah, I'm just kidding. Carry on.
yeah, so fast forward sekarang, zaman abad ke-21, everything is easy. Okay, you nak makanan, you boleh order. Tak perlu nak buru binatang. Nak entertainment, buka saja YouTube, buka saja Twitter, and you ada entertainment. Zaman dulu orang susah nak buat entertainment. Kalau nak buat entertainment pun kena buat macam sports, maybe doing some bergaduh ke, wrestling ke, archery ke. So
Main chess ke.
So it makes people weak, a little bit weak sekarang today. And the reason for this, why people become weak right now, is first, it is easy to get the things you want. Second, it is because of dopamine. So if you use this information to your advantage, it will change your life dramatically. So now, what is dopamine, right? How it controls your life? Orang cakap dopamine apa benda semua ni kan. Dopamine is a chemical in the body which makes you motivated to do something. Example, kau nampak lollipop atas meja. Okay, imagine you 5 years old lah. Okay, and kau nampak lollipop warna pink yang sangat cerah dan sangat meliurkan. So you are motivated to reach out your hand to the lollipop untuk buka dia punya plastik dan untuk makan. Betul. Kat sini ramai orang salah faham. Dopamine tu bukan pada bila kau rasa lollipop tu. Dopamine tu bila kau guna tenaga kau untuk capai lollipop tu. Kat situ di dopamine plays a role kat situ. Bila kau nak ambil lollipop tu, masa tu ada dopamine spike. Bila dah rasa lollipop tu, dah tak ada dopamine. So dopamine ini ialah dia bukan hormon, dia bukan chemical untuk pleasure. It is a chemical that motivates people to a certain thing, to a certain act. So, faham tak Akmal? Ada orang, okay, someone requested to speak. Oh, okay. Akmal tu.
You dengar aku tak?
Ya, dengar.
Okay, so in a sense, dopamine ni macam orang kata apa? It's not about the destination, tapi it's about the journey, kan? And dopamine
Yes.
motivates you to get to the journey untuk nak pergi, buat benda tu lah, kan? Because we all have apa orang kata pernah rasa ni macam uh, sometimes bila you dah ada benda tu, it's not like as satisfying bila, faham tak, bila you dah dapat benda tu, you dah tak rasa dah sangat, but the journey to acquiring it, kan, is what orang kata apa, is the thing yang rasa macam seronok tau, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So macam tu lah, I guess, kan.
Yeah. So, our brain produces that dopamine to experience that pleasure again. So if we taste the lollipop for the first time, and then kita dah habis lollipop tu, the brain will produce dopamine to find another lollipop. Macam tu. So that you will be motivated untuk pergi ke dapur ataupun pergi ke Speedmart beli lollipop. That's how it works. So literally, that's how dopamine controls your life. It motivates you to a certain thing. Okay. So this is the macam cycle yang manusia go through. First, they see something that they desire, something that is not in their possession yet. Then when the brain detects it and the brain likes it, it produces that dopamine so that you will pursue that something you see in front of you. All right. So if it experiences ice cream and you eat all the ice cream, your brain will produce dopamine again to tell you to get more ice cream until you are full. But the brain also cannot differentiate between good dopamine and bad dopamine. Otak kau tak boleh nak asingkan antara dopamine yang baik dan dopamine yang tak baik untuk engkau.
So in a sense, what you're trying to say is you can be motivated to do good things, ataupun you can be also motivated to do bad things, kan?
Yes.
Yeah.
But later we will reveal how we can control this. So if you like, for example, you Akmal, if you see a beautiful woman, right, and then you try to look away, your brain will still produce that dopamine so that you will look at that beautiful woman again. The brain does not care whether it's moral or not. It will still produce dopamine so that your body will get that serotonin and those oxytocin it wants, right?
I see.
Yeah. So even if you do drugs and then you suddenly stop, your brain will produce dopamine to get more of those drugs. So understanding this is key.
Yeah, and I think it's not just macam, I mean, we can say that contoh macam, well, maybe drugs, tak semua orang boleh relate, but I think that something that most people can relate is macam candy ataupun gula-gula, kan?
Mm-hmm.
I saw ada satu iklan ni, kan, dia macam buat iklan pasal this chocolate, and then dia cakap bosan menunggu, nikmati KitKat ataupun nikmati whatever the chocolate was.
Yeah.
Kan? So basically macam you're bored, kan, and then your brain is like the dopamine, I don't know, it's like you want some kind of macam to stimulate it, kan. So dia, faham tak, it's like suggesting to you macam, oh, bila you bosan makanlah coklat, bila you macam bosan makanlah KitKat or whatever it is consumed, kan. And kita tak sedar when we do this, But I think that it's not something that is good. I mean, it's a good marketing tactic, tapi itulah, it's not just macam the drugs or benda-benda yang macam heavy. Sometimes just simple macam benda yang kecil pun, macam candy ataupun chocolate ataupun drinking a glass of water or whatever it is kan. So yeah.
Yeah, yeah, true, true. So, uh, yeah. So in there's like our body, there's like a system, it is designed to uh in it's designed to pursue something and then experience the fruit of pursuing that thing. There's this cycle there. There's dopamine on the one hand that motivates you to get something, and then these are other hormones that makes you feel happy, like serotonin, oxytocin, and prolactin, right? So once you complete the dopamine cycle, dopamine, serotonin, then the brain will tell you to get more of that serotonin, because it likes that serotonin. It will further motivate you using dopamine to get more serotonin. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So that's that's the
So
cycle. That's
okay, so basically the serotonin to motivate you kan, and then the oxytocin lah, apa, like cytocin kan, yang serotonin tu is more of like the feel good thing, so the
yeah.
reward ataupun okay.
The just to correct you just now, dopamine is what motivates, and serotonin is like the reward.
Yes, yes. I think I said that kan, ke aku cakap lain?
Tadi I think you said serotonin is the motivation.
Oh,
Yeah.
alright then. My bad. Let's carry on then.
Yeah, no problem. So yeah, so it kind of create this oscillation, this cycle, this dynamic. If and God designed us this way because if it is used in the right way, we can create civilizations and empires and big stuff that man has created throughout history, right? But if it is corrupted, it is used in the wrong way, it can literally lead to the destruction of society as we know it.
Oh. So when talking pasal destruction of society, one thing that comes to my mind is macam, if you guys notice that zaman sekarang ni macam, I mean like there's a lot of people who have trouble focusing in class and diorang punya attention span makin pendek, yeah, they always like they struggle to, orang kata apa, motivate themselves to do things.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, so itulah the thing that comes to mind.
Yeah. So, and the reason for that, why kids today have trouble understanding, right, is because it's like a dopamine fatigue. It's like it does not it does not
Dia dah macam exhaust it because I heard that macam kita ada nerves ataupun receptors kan dalam kita punya, I don't know how to call it, tapi dia macam ada receptor lah dalam badan kita kan, and if you stimulate the receptor too much, makin lama dia macam makin dia makin numb, dia tak receive the information. So for example, kalau you dah hidu something dah lama sangat, you start to macam dah tak bau dah benda tu kan.
yeah.
Orang kata apa, bau tu dah sebati dengan you. Ataupun if you dengar lagu yang sama ulang-ulang banyak kali, at first dia macam macam sedap lah kan, tapi after that while you macam bosan lah. And here's a cool story. They actually use this trick where diorang akan bagi dekat, I think it's like in prisons in Guantanamo Bay, where diorang akan torture the prisoners kan. Diorang akan main lagu yang macam I don't know Barney apa lagu yang macam repetitive macam lagu Barney tu kan ataupun lagu whatever it is, and they will replay it banyak kali banyak kali banyak kali banyak kali banyak kali sampai the prisoner tu jadi macam mentally fatigue tau. So itulah just a interesting story that I wanted to share.
Yeah, that relates a lot sebenarnya. Because if you have been used to like if you have been used to trying to nak kejar benda yang more exciting to you, right? Jadi benda-benda yang kurang exciting ni, dia nampak kurang excited lah, walaupun benda tu penting, macam nak belajar contohnya kan. Belajar kan satu benda yang tak adalah exciting sangat. Tapi if you're not like 24 hours being bombarded by TikTok content and social media, learning will be something very interesting to you, right?
Yeah, it can be. I remember when I was like apa? Dulu I find a few years ago I find it easier to macam read a book sampai habis, you know. Tapi sekarang ni macam with all the social media kan, phone asyik keluar notification lah semua. It can be very distracting. So I find it more difficult sekarang to do that compared to dulu.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
So that's how that is literally how dopamine is controlling your life, right? That is how it controls your life. And also you can use dopamine to control other people's life. These marketing and sales people, they understand dopamine very well, and it is by hacking the human motivation system, the humans' desire for mystery and curiosity. That is how they invite people to read ads, to read advertisement, to read sales page. Pernah kan kalau ada satu sales page tu kita baca dari atas sampai bawah kan, sebab memang menarik. Diorang pandai nak create that dopamine loop. So kau akan baca dari atas sampai bawah. That's how they design it. They understand this very well.
Compared to baca buku textbook, rasa macam nak tidur kan. Yeah.
So it's really cool, This is like, if you understand this dopamine, it's really like a license to control the world in some sort. So it can be used for good and it can be used for bad. And so, for example, let me give some example of how dopamine has been used for evil. Contohnya ialah TikTok, right? Baru dia cakap tadi. Tapi let me explain how TikTok is being used for evil. Kan TikTok, siapa yang guna TikTok? Biasanya yang muda-muda kan.
Yeah.
So dia ada this short form videos, right? Short form videos. So orang yang tengok tu dia akan motivated untuk scroll down, untuk cari next video, sebab dia nak tahu what's next. Nak tahu what's next yang akan give him that feel good factor, right?
Yeah.
So he keeps scrolling and scrolling and scrolling. And then, oh yeah, finally something good. Oh, lepas tu sekejap je lah, kena cari lagi. I mean, I myself been a victim of this. Scrolling sampai 3 pagi kan. Yeah, but that's how. But then, why I say TikTok specifically is bad. Why not like Twitter or Facebook? Because TikTok is is created by the Chinese government, China. You know, the content in the TikTok content in China is different than the TikTok content in other parts of the world. In China, the TikTok content is about motivation. It's about learning. It's about building yourself. At other parts of the world ni, the TikTok content is all macam perempuan duk berjoget, women dancing, and uh, yeah, they are good content, but most of it is like just junk, useless stuff. Like, so it is deliberately used to destroy societies. Like, you see,
Orang kata apa? Demoralize.
yeah, demoralize. There's a video like from Hamza. Pernah dengar tak Hamza? He's a very famous YouTuber.
Yang talk about Islam tu ke?
Yeah, I think ada videos dia talk about Islam. I'm not sure he is Muslim, but yeah, he connected from how just by innocently scrolling TikTok, it will lead to the destruction of and downfall of the society. If you guys have some time, just search on YouTube, uh, TikTok Hamza, keluarlah the video and just watch it. It's very good. So, Akmal, do you maybe you have other examples of how dopamine is being used for the purpose of evil?
Well, kalau you guys tengok Twitter ke ataupun you know a lot of social media, you know people akan like tweets kan. They don't really show the whole thing. Dia orang macam tunjuk sikit, you know. Whatever it is that you know they're trying to show kan. And there's also apa yang what keeps it apa orang kata people buat orang macam keep you know interested in nak tengok actually because you know macam kau cakap tadi Alex apa they want to know what's next kan, you know what's next. So some people really master this tau. Dia akan macam tengok okay people are paying attention kan, okay, they want more content, tapi dia akan stop kat situ, you know. And then bila orang dah macam tak pay attention sangat, later dia akan post lagi, you know. And I think that some people on Twitter are really good at doing this, you know. So sebab tu lah kau tengok setiap post diorang kan, kadang-kadang post macam selfie je ke ataupun apa, tapi like beribu like, you know. And then who God only knows what's going on there lah kan, you know, who knows kan. Tapi itulah those are other examples yang aku tahulah. So you want to talk about apa, how to use it pasal to your advantage eh?
Yeah. So now we understand how dopamine is controlling our lives. How can we redesign our dopamine system to make us motivated to success instead of being motivated to failure? Actually, I would say it's not modified, redesign. It's actually to restore our systems to how it naturally was, right? First is to understand this kan. Oh yeah, I think. But before that, I think I want to mention more about how, because if you don't see this, then it's impossible for me to explain. I need to explain more on how dopamine has been used for the purpose of evil. Another how it was used for the purpose of evil. Bukanlah it's evil, tapi like it's
for profit kan.
no, I think maybe it's not for profit juga, but it has led to this kind of evil yang walaupun it's not intentional but it's still evil, which is as which relates back to our last podcast episode, which is universities. And
Oh no.
because you see, university, right? Um, there's also one way you control people through having dopamine, right? Another way is to control people through not having that dopamine. What I mean is, people go to university and you know, but it is for men, it is very hard for them to get married when they are in university. But but at the same time, also other forms of sexual entertainment is open up to them, which tempts them to watch all these filthy things, right? So, so this is also one of the problem. Uh, well, now, yeah, because there's one article I wrote about that men used to do greater things when it is harder to see naked women, right? Because they have to, in order to marry someone today, you have to. Sorry, back then you have to build yourself up and increase your value in the society, because and that's how you will get women. But today, if you want to see naked women, you can just go on the internet, and that will damage you. It will
Okay. So maybe what you're talking about is macam when it comes to macam dating semua, you have all those Tinder apps ataupun it's like macam yeah, I think I get what you're saying kan. Dia macam lagi senang nak jumpa orang where dulu you have to approach tau orang in real life.
no.
And I tell you man, trying to approach like people in real life is much more intimidating than just orang kata using dating apps ke macam tu.
Yeah, it's not just dating apps. It's also the adult entertainment that you can find on the internet. In
Yeah.
even in the movies, all those things are reducing your desire to get a real woman in
Mm.
exchange of a woman in the form of pixels in the screen.
Yep. And not only that, because sekarang kita dah ada AI kan, so dia orang boleh buat macam these AI women, macam AI girlfriend.
Yeah, yeah, betul.
Yeah.
So
And also,
that is
yeah,
incredibly
also
dangerous.
mm. And the thing about I think aku dengar juga Andrew Huberman, yes, Andrew Huberman punya podcast where he talks about this dopamine thing is that macam things like macam pornography, they actually apa orang kata give you a lot of macam nak kata reward tau.
Mm-mm.
So it gives you a lot of reward. And compared to macam orang kata apa eating chocolate ataupun buat benda lain. So, once you dah, consume that kind of content and dia dapat banyak reward, it feels so much macam orang kata apa, tak ada motivation untuk nak buat benda lain tau. You know.
Mm-hmm.
Jadi orang kata apa, it's almost as bad as ataupun is on par as bad as drug addiction when you so macam tu lah.
Yeah, true. I agree with that. So, okay, maybe I'm being unfair because about university masuk ke sini because
Itulah. Sekejap, Alex. Siapa yang tak puas hati ke nak jadi speaker ke, request lah. Alright, go on. Tak apalah, nantilah. Nanti. I think that's at the end of the podcast. Baru kita orang macam like bagi like the listeners a chance to macam speak out their opinion, I guess.
Sekarang pun boleh.
Oh,
Bila-bila.
semua pun boleh? Alright. Alex the boss. So, yeah. Okay, so you talk about apa how to okay, you talk about the evils lah kan. You dah cerita dah, okay, these people are, there are people who are manipulating the masses. They're using people punya psychology, people punya motivation to get what they want, instead of for the interest of the people kan, so so now kan, knowing that kan how what this dopamine is, macam mana kita nak use it to our advantage, Alex? You want to talk about that?
Yeah. So first we have to really reset our pursuit and pleasure system, right? Which means the dopamine, our dopamine system. So that's why you see kalau if you search dopamine fasting, you will see a lot of people macam try to quit social media for 30 days, try to fast for 30 days, Yeah, so that is how, nak stabilize balik, nak recompress balik,
Yeah.
nak,
Kan?
yeah.
Macam korang perasan tak bila bulan puasa nak dekat dah kan? Bila time berbuka ataupun time korang apa solat sunat kan? Dia rasa macam this month rasa, bila bulan puasa dia rasa macam that month tu rasa macam special tau, macam rasa macam nikmat tau,
Mm-hmm.
maybe because kita instead of always constantly looking for pleasure, kita macam tahan diri kita, and bila kita control diri kita and discipline ourselves, things start to feel better. Kita boleh start to feel again.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, true.
Mm.
So how do we reset this pursuit and pleasure system is by, I think religion has given the answer. Islam has given the answer. One important way is by fasting. Fasting can make you enjoy food again, as you said just now kan. So tak perlu nak try to, even food can make you happy. You don't need long hours of scrolling on social media. That's how one way religion has taught us to reset our pursuit and pleasure system. So we do this, Muslims do this a month for each year, right? And then also, the rich people, like I've been learning from some people who are millionaires, they have a kind of habit that they stick to. Every day they would first they would wake up in the morning and they would do something that is hard in the morning, something yang susah. Contohnya having a cold shower, or doing push-ups, or jogging, or even like waking up at 4 a.m. and start doing their work instantly. That is because like you are teaching your brain to love the hardship.
Yeah.
You are teaching your brain to learn the hardship, so you do not get like you will not be fooled by this dopamine trick, right? It's
Yes.
because I also have times like kalau usually the your day can be determined if it's good or bad by looking at the morning. Kalau pagi tu aku bangun-bangun tengok Twitter, memang the whole day will be bad because I have made myself too used to the cheap dopamine that we get, and the instant pleasure we get.
Yeah. Oh,
Instead, kalau aku buat push-ups, I'm treating my brain to someone request to speak. Yeah, I'm treating my brain to love the hardship. So what's up, S? Any thoughts?
Hi, I just want to add about like I've read somewhere that when you macam go on your morning with high dopamine, you will crash early. Macam siapa cakap tadi?
Yeah,
Macam kalau tengok
that's
Twitter
true.
pagi kan. So macam
Yeah.
we need to try more on apa ni? Go with our morning with low dopamine. Yeah.
Yeah, betul.
yeah.
We need we need to teach ourselves to learn to get dopamine to get serotonin the hard way, to get pleasure the hard way, right? Yeah.
May I share my experience?
Sure.
Like macam okay, one thing that has worked for me kan was that I used to think macam oh kalau pain ni macam ataupun boredom lah kan, to read books ataupun we have to study, of course kita akan rasa boredom kan. And what I would do is when I feel bored is makan gula-gula, minum kopi, or apa orang kata just consume saja ataupun dengar lagu sambil study ke apa. That's actually a very bad thing to do. I didn't realize that. Of course lah kita boleh go on, buat tu. Tapi, macam nak cakap, when you do that, kan, it actually messes up dengan, roughly speaking, it messes up dengan you punya dopamine lah. Because, bila you bored, kan, it's actually a good thing tau. Because, when you're bored, it's like you punya threshold tau. So, instead of macam, orang kata apa, bila you feel bored, you terus macam, oh nak kena tukar lah that feeling daripada bored jadi fun ataupun exciting, you just embrace it. You just welcome it. Because feelings ni dia tak tahan lama kan. Because macam nak cakap, because it's from that boredom tu nanti yang akan orang kata apa bagi you that
About creativity.
preservation ataupun supaya you boleh tahan kan. Macam tu lah. I don't know.
The
Tapi I had it in my head. Tapi tiba-tiba macam bila nak explain tu macam trouble pula. Tapi I hope you guys get the picture lah kan. Macam welcome pain, welcome boredom. Macam it's a feeling kan. You jangan macam nak kena tukar your state of mind. Memang natural kan. Macam even the dopamine levels you akan naik dan dia akan turun. So for example, this is I punya assumption lah. I'm not sure if I'm correct or not. So you guys perasan tak like after you guys exercise, pergi jogging, it feels good kan?
True.
Yeah, so dia macam, get used to the pain because nanti, that is what the orang kata apa, macam I think Alex kan, kau pernah cakap, pleasure cannot come without pain. So itulah, embrace the pain, embrace the boredom kan, tahan je, rasa je kan, because you're gonna feel
yeah
good later bila you dah complete you punya task and you akan rasa tenang, bila you dah do all these things, instead of macam minum coffee kan and then you jadi macam ketar-ketar lah, you macam or have all these thoughts inside your head, dia macam tak stabil tau. And I guess it's apa kata high dopamine kalau macam tu.
yeah that is golden. That's the important part, because it is the pain, it is the boredom that you are experiencing will make you experience it will make you experience pleasure in the things you think that are boring.
Boring. Faham?
Yeah. So contohnya if you used to not like reading, then that is because you have been so used to social media or other things that are more entertaining. But if you do reading all day, you will if you come across a paragraph that interests you, oh, it suddenly is very interesting to you again, and so you will want to read more and get to find another paragraph that will make you more interested, and that creates that loop again.
Faham? And now this is, I think that kita punya social media lah is the one yang macam membuatkan kita distracted with life. And macam I have this one habit sebab I baca satu thread ni kot, dia cakap yang how to distract ourselves. Macam from notification, kita mute notification sebab notification ni akan membuatkan kita distracted and kita akan macam addicted dengan the sound of notification. Macam every time phone bunyi je kita akan macam oh check phone. Padahal kadang-kadang bukannya ada apa pun. Tapi macam tu lah. So macam I tried to macam mute all the notification kan. Macam tengok phone bila perlu je. And I notice that I tengok phone lagi kurang bila I mute notification.
Yeah. The reason for that is because notification tu dia induce curiosity in your mind to see like, oh, there's something. Right?
Faham?
So that's where the dopamine spike comes in.
Oh, dopamine, it comes from curiosity also?
Yes.
I see.
Yes, that's true. It's how, that's exactly how these copywriters and marketing experts, they use curiosity to invoke dopamine in the reader's mind.
I see.
So
That's
they
new.
will continue reading the whole thing.
Faham? Like it gets you hooked.
Yep. So yeah, Daniel wanted to speak. What's up, Daniel?
Yeah, hi man. Yeah, hi everyone. So, am I audible? Is it?
Yeah, we can hear
Yeah.
you.
So I mean, I'm really intrigued when you talk about like jogging and like how basically exercises like helps you like to change your metabolism, not only metabolism, dopamine, serotonin and stuff, which is I personally like lalu lah that benda every day actually because like I'm a part-time athlete. So yeah, I call myself part-time athlete because I don't do sports as not as kuat as dulu is I don't think it's the right word, but just saying that I'm dulu active gila. So like honestly when you start like running, because like if you do a routine, actually like comparing like when you regularly run, like for example, I do like 5 km if I'm at my peak, like in my state in a zone, I go like 5 km and above. That's my like minimum bar. But it's been like months, but it's been like 1 month since I don't run that much. So after a while, I want to start back my routine and jogging and stuff. It's been really hard actually, like super hard because your body dah biasa dah rehat lama gila. And sometimes when I get up from bed, I mean I still get up because it's like like your what do you call it, biological clock. Yeah, your biorhythm. Yeah, your biorhythm is like already set. Okay, you gotta wake up and then you gotta do something like healthy, kind of like maybe do like push-ups, and after my push-ups, morning push-ups, I will go like for a run. But when it comes to that running, I feel like sometimes that I'm doing my own pace. I'm wearing the exact same shoes, and at one point I even started like wearing the exact same like attire that I wear during when for example, I broke my record for like, I don't know, running like 50 minutes for 10k kilometers, and I even wear the exact same shirt and tights and shoes and socks even to that length. Still, I mean, I feel the tiredness, the penat lelah bila asal aku tak boleh lari banyak ni. I think I could really say that I really agree that you have to go to like really sometimes really hard and BS pain in order for you to get that dopamine strength back. But at one point, it's really up to your will, like regardless, like mental will, spiritual will, whatever will that you have in your soul. It's really like if you have the willpower to do it, then it will help you to boost more your dopamine. Because I quite agree and understand that I read it out throughout the discussion where dopamine is actually the journey. It's not actually when you get the stuff. Like to get the stuff is just like, oh, thanks to dopamine I get it. Dah lah happy lah macam tu kan. Tapi what comes next? It's the dopamine that makes you like think what comes next. I want to get it more. For example, if I'm
Yeah.
really addicted to fries, like I don't know why, but suddenly I'm since the beginning of university, I'm really addicted to fries. I don't know why. So I can eat fries like, every day. Just if I like hungry, I can, you know what, just give me like 2 bags of McDonald's large fries and I can like it will fill me up for the rest of the night or the day. To that point, I would do eat nasi or whatever. So to that length, we can say that dopamine really helps you. And yeah, I guess like my understanding of dopamine is really vague and it's quite the other way around because I used to believe that dopamine is the time when you get the lollipop, as we mentioned earlier. It's actually
Uh-huh.
the journey for you to get the lollipop because if you think logically, like if and only if that the dopamine is when you get the lollipop. So theoretically, you will say that when you get the lollipop, you will get the dopamine lah. If you don't get the lollipop, selagi mana tak dapat the lollipop tu, you will not get dopamine. But
Yeah.
actually, it sounds more logical when for a reason macam you really like that lollipop and you will go like to die hard. You go to lengths like contoh kalau tak ada kat D7E, you will until one point you can go to like I don't know Seremban ni 7E just to find the exact same lollipop to eat. And it goes the other way around. Like literally, I'm that kind of person. Okay, like if this is one time, I want to buy this one Starbucks mug, which is really it's a limited edition, and I really save up my money just to buy that one mug. And actually, I went to like 4 different like branches just to find that one freaking mug. It cost me like I don't know 100 ringgit. Like at the end of the day, I didn't buy that mug the exact same mug. I buy another one, which is like you know what, just buy for the sake of self reward, I guess, because I really need it. But I kind of get where I went to the length to the extent where I went to like 4 different branches around Malacca just to find that mug. I didn't find it. And at the end, I just went to the first branch that I get, and then you know what? I just get the freaking mug and whatever available on the shelf that really comes to my interest. And if you're talking like the bad side, you will try to avoid like your dopamine will help you to try to avoid those things. In my case, for example, like some of my friends, my really close friends are smokers and vapors. Like I'm not saying that I hate people who smoke and vape. I just like don't like and dislike the activity. Like if you want to smoke, I don't mind, but please you don't like symbol you smoke in front of my freaking face. And don't smoke in front of me, please. Like just that. I'm fine with smokers of that. No offense, bro. No offense, anyone. But anyway, like sometimes you yourself, like I don't know, my self defense. It's like if I see somebody like smoking in my room, I will like automatically find a way to be not part of the group, or like if they're like smoking in front of me, I will like okay just go jauh and like find excuses to like dismiss myself. Well, actually that's the act of the dopamine, like macam you know what, oh aku tak suka smoking, so like what should I do? It really answers the question, like it is, and it really answers the hypothesis where dopamine is actually the journey to find something. And I actually when I like find myself not part of the group, I feel like really calm and relaxed. But like, oh, finally, I don't get to inhale, I don't know, nicotines and freaking smoke that really smells not bad. I mean, sometimes vape does smell delicious. I'm not gonna lie, but yeah, I still vape, so it has nicotine and really high sugar value, so it's not good for your health. Kind of really like. I mean, it works both ways. And I really like the point where you say about social media really distracts us and make us become less of human, which is I really agree actually. Because at one point I'm really addicted to social media to the point where social media determines what I do in life during my high school. Like fashion trends, the things that you discuss on social media, how your friends' stories on Instagram, because I'm more of an Instagrammer rather than like a Twitter and a TikToker one. So like, at one point, if you are really that addicted to social media, at one point you will feel like really oh, what's on social media today? What social media wants to feed my like, my emotions, the way I think to that point out. I think everybody here like experience at least once in your life, right? What I'm talking right now. So like
Yeah.
really like happens
Definitely.
and exactly. So at one point I was like, you know what, I cannot like let social media control me. So now I have a recipe. If like I made like a social media detox where at one point I will tell my followers, you know what, I'm going to take off be offline for like 1 month or maybe a few weeks, depending on how depending on my mood actually. Macam if I feel like I'm not posting, and you know what, just offline kejap, delete Instagram, whatever social media is on my phone, my mobile devices, and to really distracts me. And I really like access point where she said that the notification things. Yeah, I really did that. Actually, I'm really super freaking annoyed when you know like those like features where if you pop up notifications, you have like the bell sound. Some people like music. I really hate that because it makes me want to grab my phone and read whatever on it. And I don't know why, but I don't like notification sounds. But I really do like vibrating. So I just when I get myself on hand like a really decent phone, like a really decent one, so I just set it to like silent, but I set it on vibrate. So like if I put it on my table or my pocket, I know I know the vibration is like okay, this is a notification. But sometimes I just like you know what, just left my phone there and continue my work because I know the notification is there, but I don't have like you know the tendency to get my phone to read it rather than if I set it to like you know angkat my phone to tengok. But it helps. It really helps sometimes, and gradually it becomes a really good habit where I set my notifications at what's more
Yeah.
call it, yeah, vibrate, and really helps my life to become way much more convenient and kind of feel like professional, I guess sometimes. Yeah, it's vibrate kan, macam kind of feel like a businessman. These are my thoughts, Sam.
Yes. Are you addicted to Starbucks marks?
No man, they just as me like I don't know that one time it's a collaboration with
Alright.
Champion, you know the brand. It's really nice though, super. It's really freaking nice, and I was like mengidamkan a mug with a straw, and
Mm-hmm.
that one really like caught my eye. But when I went to the kedai, every shop like sold out.
Yeah.
I was so like sedih gila lah. Then I just went to like you know what, I just bought whatever it's on the shelf that's cheap, and then
Yeah,
caught my
that's how
eye.
like bila I want to buy some books sometimes tak ada. But anyway, Alex, kita ada Q&A ke? Ke macam mana?
Yeah, let's hear from everybody if you have any experience how you use this dopamine to your advantage. Like for me, what I've done is like every day when I go through the to me I understand like the time to rest is at night and somewhere in the noon. That is the only time I rest. So I've trained my body, I trained my mind to when I wake up, I do my work and I only rest in the noon when I have a short nap and then I continue and do my work all the way until night. At night, I will feel like oh I'm very tired, but it feels good at that
Yeah.
time.
Rest after a hard day's work memang
Yeah.
puas.
Okay.
So you need that kind of a reward mechanism for yourself as well. How do you reward yourself? How do you create that reward mechanism? For me, it's like that. It's I get to rest at night and get to sleep at night.
Mm. So macam you can say that you set a path kan. Macam what's your goal? Goal untuk hari ni apa? Next apa? So seorang yang do apa orang kata have a goal and you're achieving that goal, it sort of like motivates you to do more and more and more because then you macam yeah you have a path kan. You start to tengok balik aku banyak achieve lah this week, banyak benda lah this month, you know, and then you can feel that positive emotion kan. But if you don't have any goals, then you
Mhm.
are rasa macam bukan ikut apa you punya whims je lah, apa you rasa. And that's
Mhm.
what TikTok, apa orang kata, the TikTok punya short videos datang and you get distracted by it because you just tak ada kerja. Just don't have anything else better to do.
Mhm. Oh, and another life hack that I recently discovered is doing push-ups. For some reason, doing push-ups uh, is macam apa what you call proportional to the level of success you achieve in life. Okay, sorry, my phone just suddenly blank, but it's okay. You guys can hear me, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yes.
Awesome. So yeah, if you macam rasa malas, if you feeling lazy, get down on the ground and do some 20 push-ups. Your your body will thank you for it, and you will get like a boost of happiness that will motivate you to do more hard work, which is the work you need to do.
I kind of agree with that because you know what I do like push-ups gradually. Like my milestone is that I can do like 100 push-ups non-stop, like knuckles. So like gradually, I right now I'm on my milestone of to get 40, like to the age of 40, and then I do like my workout routine every morning. But per se, I kind of agree with you because I don't know why, but after I done my like pushing myself to do like come on, you can do 40, man. I mean you can do 40. And after that, I would go in front of the mirror, and yeah, I really agree when you say your body will thank you for that, and it really motivates me to I don't know to be more resilient and to be more like what,
Yeah,
whatever
exactly.
comes to me this morning or today, I know I can face it. So, I'm strong. I know I can do it. So God has good plans for me. So, I kind of agree with that. It really changed my mind when I started to amalkan push up every day. Kena lah my ZK lah macam tu.
Yeah.
Okay.
In a, in other words, your success motivates you to find more success.
Exactly.
So start with the small ones. How about
So
you, Akmal?
anyone else cakap, like, can I share your thoughts?
Yeah.
Okay, so here's the interesting thing lah kan. Macam kau cakap exactly ada satu part tu kau cakap universiti tu dia macam orang kata universiti tu dia it's like there's a bad macam nak cakap bila okay sorry when you were explaining about the apa orang kata people are using this dopamine kan motivating to evil kan you talk about how ada universiti juga yang dekat dalam tu. So how does university actually macam messes up dengan you punya dopamine ataupun maybe you can provide a clearer explanation of what you really mean.
Oh, yeah. Actually, as I said just now, I think I was being unfair. But the original idea I had was that because if like for me, a man in his 20s in university, you have basically well, it's not just universities fault lah. It's like it's the culture that you need to wait until you're working until you're 24 or 23 or 24. Only you can actually until 25 when the the age you are established. No, realistically age 27. Okay, then only you can get married, which is something to me that is very it is wrong because humans have the tendency to look for a partner since they are 12 and they are fully matured by 15. So actually 15 should be the age to get married, in my
That's,
opinion.
itu dah macam topik sensitif lah.
Yeah,
Yeah, man.
tapi nak macam mana?
Well, it sounds interesting, I'm not gonna lie. But maybe save it for another day.
Yeah,
But I
no
also
problem.
think that any kind of macam obligation kan macam let's say a job ataupun school ataupun uni kan it sort of like provides you that incentive to actually apa orang kata to use your time as best as you can. Because I remember waktu sekolah dulu, I would rush home kan lepas balik daripada I would rush home so that I would have the most amount of time I can play video games kan. Okay, so maybe that's not a good example lah kan, tapi it showed I boleh rasa macam I value the time that I have. And universiti lagi lah kan dengan assignment semua. So because you have to spend a lot of time studying, so you're going to ataupun you work ke kan, you know, you're going to, orang kata apa, appreciate and value time more bila you don't have that much free time. So bila you limit your time, in a sense, you know, uh, it's good lah, it's good because you need that. And then going to help you macam motivate you to do macam apa orang saya cakap tadi lah, spend your time in the best way possible kan. Maybe you ada passion ke kan, you minat music ke, ataupun you like philosophy ke, books ke apa ke kan, because ni je time aku boleh membaca, ni je time aku boleh nak main music kan. So that's a good thing as well. So long as you fill your time with good things kan, you know, work, study, and ni you limit your time, I think that secara tidak langsung universities ataupun universities pun actually can be a positive thing when it comes to regulating your dopamine kan, if you know how, if you do it properly lah kan.
Agree. Yeah, because I know, right? When starting as a really undergrad, I'm still an undergrad, really helps me to manage and really, hargai your moments, to live in to live in the moment. Yeah, for me, because I tend to like think of the future too much, where sometimes I be over competitive and I be like, too far fetched among others. I'm not saying that sometimes I'm being not realistic or not really living on the moment, but what I'm trying to say is that you really like being in a box, not really necessarily a box, being in an environment, yes, an environment where you're bound by something, like maybe university, you're bound by the education, the rule, the regulations, and school. You have those times like pergi sekolah pukul 8, then you balik paling awal pun I don't know 2. So it's like really helps you to like, jaga masa, really, bersyukur. I really agree with Cassius. And talking about music, I really started my career. I'm not my career in trying to become a songwriter and also a music producer one day, inshallah. That started when I was in foundation, because like I don't have like really a medium for me to like express my how I feel and what I really want to say towards a person. Like for example, a person, like somebody I have a crush on, maybe I'm too shy to tell them like I actually like you, or maybe like you've done something to me that involuntarily or you tak perasan ke whatever. So I did at first I tried writing in a diary in my journal, and now I'm currently finishing up my song. I just got the chords right and currently practicing. And soon will be published, inshallah. So yeah, back to the point where orang kata really helps you to like really manage what you want to do and how you manage your dopamine. Because as we all mentioned just now, we both agree that dopamine can use for both good and evil. It's really up to us, and we need to have the right guidance and the right book lah. Orang kata, you know, the right way to measure what is right and what is wrong, which is like, go back to the Quran, go back to your holy Bible, to the holy testaments and whatever histories, go and ask people. Because yeah, we're still humans, we make mistakes. And at the end of the day, we want to like benefit everything. We try our best. We can't get anything. We can't get everything. Sorry, we can't get everything. But we try our best to, achieve as much as we could. Make use of whatever time we have with anyone. Yeah, I think that's all.
Awesome.
Mashallah brother, fantastic.
All right. So, last chance to share anything from the audience. If there is no, then I think it's let's just wrap this up.
Yeah, sure.
Before that, actually me, Cassius, and Dan is in kind of a group. We call it Sahabat Madani, not Malaysia Madani, Sahabat Madani. So yeah, in that group we discuss all things that anything that we want to discuss that relates to the problems of the people, the problems of society, and really intellectual things that satisfies the curiosity of the mind.
Kita orang semua memang selalu lepak kat kedai kopi, lepas tu minum latte. Tak ada gurau.
Yes.
Yeah, so if you are interested, just DM me or any of these brothers, and yeah, we welcome you. So
Yeah, and thank you guys for joining and
Yeah, it's been a pleasure.
sharing you punya output semua. You know, we buat this podcast every 2 weeks. So you guys stay tuned to apa topik yang akan keluar lah. So yeah, hopefully kita orang boleh stimulate you guys punya dopamine.
Yeah, man.
all right, good night.
Good night.
Thank
Thanks, guys.